Hey, so it's Janthir Wilds launch day! And we are gonna leap into it right now with my main character, my Charr Necromancer. It's not a dragon character, it's the helmet he's got on, which we got in the Chinese New Year festival reward season. So we're gonna hop in with this guy from the very beginning, first time ever, and see what awaits us! So let's go. Highly anticipated expansion, this one, and it's gonna take us to some amazing new places. New spear weapon, Warclaw mount. Even if you don't have it, you can start getting it in this one. And the Homesteader, you get your own place to decorate and everything. I'm looking forward to that as well. So first time, hop in. Let's see what happens, where we go, how it feels to relive this moment again. I just have to replay my own video and see. I wish I could play Janthir Wilds again. Oh, just watch what you did the first time. There we go. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. That's a small name change, I guess. So yeah, let me just go through this first. I already have since I pre-purchased it, I got the shoulders and the weapon skin as well, which I have applied, as you can see, to this. So now, there have been some changes. Only here and there. You can actually buy this real cheap now. The requisition drop. Weapon set available. I'm clicking it. This will give you some nice goodies as you keep going forward. Where are these promotions? Toys have become novelties now, by the way. This is the in-game store. It's still rich and beautiful. Toys have become novelties now. I do not need that. I do not need that. I do not need that. I gotta buy more inventory space, however. Well, I'm trying to make it compact. Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna need more inventory space. I will get that after some time. Put all the older ones in the bank and head on off to the next one. So now we are off to this. Where is it on the map? Show me the map. No! Sorry, I thought I was going somewhere. In the Imperators. What's the map option? Ah, there. Oh, it's taking us back to our place. The Charr's homeland. The Black Citadel. Alright. I thought it was a very nuanced location. They're going to send us to Janthir Wilds from here. So let me take you through it, react as I go, so you'll have an idea about whether or not this game is worth getting. This expansion, that is, and I completely assure you it is worth it because I absolutely love this game, and this expansion is just doing one better from the earlier expansion, which itself is a little hard to do when you truly think about it.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Weren't you supposed to be resting? Looks like you've been training cubs for 6 months straight.
Something like that. Want to tell me about that cryptic letter of yours?
How are you with large gatherings of politically engaged individuals?
Fine. Why?
You've been elected to the Tyrian Alliance. Krisha invited me as her +1. You, though, seem to be well-liked. The founding nations extended you a personal invite. Lion's Arch in the coming days. Interested?
Not sure if I'm flattered. I'll see you two there.
Looking forward to it. Gotta say, I feel more at home in the trenches working on discovery versus a global council. But it should be interesting. Eager to build out my intel on Cantha. And I heard the Empress is coming. Right, your invitation. Krisha left it with me in case we crossed paths. I opened it.
Nice!
Military-grade jerky they developed at Radasum?
No,
Queen Janna herself.
Too dry, too thick, not enough juice.
A nice royal invite there, back to Lion's Arch.
Right. Quarters is your destination. Sometimes, however, you should question which road will
How did I not discover this? Oh yeah, that's part of the other one. Okay, I'll do it some other time. Alright, before this, I'm going to take a quick little pause here, and I'm just going to get my, since I'm in the capital here, I might as well use the bank and get my stuff sorted before I head into Janthir Wilds. So give me around 10 minutes, I guess. Hey, and we are back. We have expanded the bank slot here. I just had the one, but then I've added all of them over here. So now I've got a nice open space here for Janthir Wilds. And we just made the purchase for this one. Where was it? This one. For the Janthir Wilds supply drop. Now it may look like a very steep amount when you see it on the this one, but don't believe it. The Janthir Wild supply drop for 2400 gems. It's actually worth it because it's 20% off, and that will last very short. And the team has also made it very clear that the 20% discount will be reducing, as in it'll be increasing in cost. You won't get that much of a discount as the season progresses. So this is the best time to buy this. So I'm going to consume it immediately, and you get your first drop. It's a weekly drop, by the way. Once you buy it once, you're going to get the weekly drops. You don't have to buy it again and again and again. So it's absolutely worth the price because you're going to get some cool Janthir Wilds expansion related stuff. So the next one is coming on September 9th, as they can see over here, and it'll keep showing up in your mail. So the first one you get is a supply drop week 1 consumable. where you have a mount license. I can choose one of the mounts looks. I am hoping to go for the sky scale look though, because I've got a sky scale now and this one looks absolutely gorgeous. But remember, you're going to get a Warclaw as the game progresses, so be very sure to choose a Warclaw mount. All of these mount looks can be got separately from the game if you like. I'm really hoping to go for this one. It really looks very nice, very diabolical, very Baphomet, but at the same time they're giving a herbivore look to a carnivore, and I don't quite like that, and I really wish they had more tiger stripy patterns on the body.
More violets, I say.
This is the only reason why I'm gonna go for this one. So once heroic boosters, of course. I think I already got one of them. Nah, this is for the other one. So I'm going to use this once we get to Janthir Wilds, so it'll give me more experience towards my masteries, which is going to open up now as soon as we go over there to Janthir. And then let me just put up my mount look for my cute little sky scale. Yeah, I'm gonna give him this. So as you can see, you have this beautiful effect here on this gorgeous, absolutely magnificent mount skin. It's positively beautiful. I like the crystalline sound effect it makes. So let's just make a fly around. Wow, it even leaves a bloody good trail. Even the roar is slightly different. Yeah, absolutely love the mount. Now let's see what this is. Black Lion Expedition Board to your home instance. Nice. Which can be used to collect exotic resources from across Tyria. Alright, let's just use it up and get to the home instance, and we will see from there. So now that we have everything we need, we are going to hop our way into the Janthir Wilds starting quest, which you have already seen me take up from the Charr home territory. Where is she? Yeah, let's enter. This game is worth everything. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love it. I'm just gonna keep my minions in handy,
Go avoid my minion.
just in case we are thrown into a fight. Gather all the notes of the meeting. Alright, I already have this. Let me wait until that gets over. Reinforced, yada yada yada. Alright.
Name?
Commander, over here.
That you are. Didn't recognize the face at first. Fought alongside you during Scarlet's attack. Go ahead. Don't mind me, just being cautious. A lot of big names in this building.
It's a big job.
Love this guy.
Alice, Anise, could form a new warband.
No less cramped than any of Ash's hidden outposts.
Delegates and leaders are still arriving, but the turnout is impressive. My surprise is agreeable.
There
And
she is.
nerve-wracking.
everyone is comforted that you're joining us. You command quite a bit of respect here. Not all of us do the same.
Don't make me regret my decision.
You're modest.
Save that irascible demeanor for negotiations, Imperator. Go on. Mingle. As soon as a few more arrive, we'll get started.
Collect all the notes, it said. So let's go ahead and do that. If I start reading now, I'll never complete this video. So I'll just read it some other time, I guess. Just collect the notes, collect the notes. Sorry about that. Where else are the notes? Oh, that's it? I thought there'll be a lot more. Let's talk to this guy while we're
Commander,
here. Krisha!
Good
Oh!
to see you.
Sorry.
Stuffy.
Long story
Certainly
with this
beats
one.
interrogations and trial preparations.
Great respect.
Bangar?
Who else? We'll save that headache for opening remarks. I'm eager to put it behind us. Hasn't made things easy, though. The Dominion lives. Their numbers are just depleted.
Traitors. All of them.
It's all from the earlier expansions. Oh, Kate is here!
Keith.
Commander, I'd heard you'd been invited. Glad to see you again.
Kaith is joining me as counsel. We've both a stake in seeing our people thrive after everything we've endured.
Mordremoth was a monster. How are you doing after Loreen?
Some days are melancholy, but she still guides me. I'm needed by my people. That has given me purpose.
That they do. Kaith has been vital in our pursuit of healing. We've all experienced a bit of an identity crisis after Maguma. We're well on our way, but we've problems to solve for yet.
You'll get there.
I think I will like these weapons for now, since I already got that skin unlocked. It's all about the spear in this expansion, so let me just see what I can do with that.
Commander!
Bram. Healing, I hope?
Graham is representing Kragstead, acting as my own advisor.
Advising on what? Terrible haircuts?
Gawk all you need. I went home for a while after. The whole thing was an accident. One day I'm patching homesteads and caring for lone wolf pups. The next I'm... well, here.
You? Leading an entire village? I'm impressed.
He's modest. He proved to be the leader Kragstead needed, and irreplaceable while I've helped take on more for Newt. A natural leader, oh boy.
Stop.
I'm glad for you, Bram. Heir would be proud.
So essentially I'm saving up to get my last ascended weapon as my second hand, but then if the spear proves to be really good, I think I might go with the spear. Since I spent a good bit of the last expansion with this particular two-sword necromancer thing, I don't want to waste it on a spear, so I'm just going to wait and I'm going to get the spear one. But before that, where was that? Nah, I'll get all this later. It's not essential. The quest though, that's what I want. So preferably, once we get our first spear and we see it's really good, we can get this to acquire the Falling Star Spear and Meteor Wielder's Glove, both of which are ascended gear. So it's absolutely worth $1,000 here. So you guys gotta log in every day and do various activities. So probably some of the activities in Janthir will help us get the boost we need. Anyway.
Counselor Ludo.
Well, they're all here.
That's a lot
Nice.
of paperwork for one Asura.
Couldn't get a single one of those old sacks to put down the gavel and at least try to make friends. Did send me with a giant pile of paperwork, though. That's what I'd like to call the Asuran hello. Nonsense. Most of it. Cantha is revealed. And if not for copying Asuran ingenuity, they'd still be decades behind. But we can't hide in our labs.
Best work is always done in the field.
I certainly do hope that you are correct.
One of the most amazing characters in the game here.
Hello again. It is a genuine pleasure to see a familiar face in unfamiliar lands.
Welcome, Commander. I'm glad to finally have a meeting under less dire circumstances.
An empress and a queen. Dangerous combination.
Ooh.
Queen Jenna has been instrumental in Cantha's integration. I'm eager for these meetings to commence.
All I've done is make introductions.
With every trade organization and leader between the Shiver Peaks and the unending ocean. Such modesty. I'm hoping that today is productive, if not educational.
The latter, I can promise.
I'm saving this for another time. Eager to hop into the Homestead thing so I can show you that as well. But just taking you through the introduction stages.
I, Countess Anise, liaison to Queen Jenna of Kryta, call all representatives of the Tyrian Alliance to council.
Oh, my poor demons.
Please.
Oh, good.
To your places.
I like all these small little realistic touches where we see them walk and come. You know, it creates a sense of
We've quite a bit to cover.
authenticity.
First and foremost, the Pact and Orders send their regards. Structural changes have them occupied. But with that aside, the founding members have come prepared with opening statements. Affirmations of why we're here. As our mutually elected emissary, Commander, would you like to determine the order of operations?
Uh-oh.
What qualifies me to make that call?
You've had a hand in just about everything Tyria has endured since the retaking of Claw Island. We approve.
I imagine the Pale Mother supports this notion.
Sure, have at it.
Bloody hell. Yeah, let's start with this.
Counselor Ludo of the Arcane Council. I'll keep it brief. As you can observe, I am the only present representative from the Council. We are experiencing growing pains. Cantha's prowess threw us for a loop. I may be alone in this thinking, but about damn time. For a long while, the Council has lazily relied on Asuran Magitech superiority. We've become complacent, our research secondary. I, and a few others, have been advocating for a more productive integration into the global sector. No disrespect intended, but Cantha's advancements on our designs, well, frankly, it's insulting. Our knowledge is still unmatched.
An interesting choice of words. Know that I enjoy competition. In fact, I encourage it.
As do I. My first significant motion on the Arcane Council has been to eliminate any restrictions on admittance into the Asuran colleges. Our next focus will be on global equitable information exchange. That's all. For now.
God, I touched upon a very sore topic there. Last expansion's character.
I am Firstborn Dagonet. Kaith and I have ventured from the Grove to represent the Sylvari. The Pale Tree sends her regards. Her healing has been a slow process, but her spirits remain bright and focused on our growth. Our people experienced a deep wound when Mordramoth rose and fell. As a people, we have many questions about where we come from, what purpose we serve following the Elder Dragon's death. Who are we as a society? Many have decided to leave our home in search of these answers. Finding direction and purpose. That is our focus. As the pale tree heals, so do the rest of us.
Krisha, Imperator of the Blood Legion and elected representation from the Charr. I'd be lying if I said tensions weren't high at the Citadel. With Bangar's trial nearing, another civil war isn't impossible. Even behind bars, Bangar commands respect from his most loyal. Although weakened, the Dominion is still a threat. However, the Imperators are mostly aligned. Imperator Malice of the Ash Legion joins me today in support. Ephraim sends his. You may have heard the whispers, but there are calls for another Con-Ur to rise. The Imperators don't disagree. But the Trial of Embers will wait until we've decided Bangar's fate. That is our first priority.
I am Scotty, son of Newt Whitebear. Sends his best. Old man just can't say no to a good brawl. Expected to heal just fine. Just as our people are healing. Unsure of how to approach the spirits. How we can help them. If we can help them.
The Sylvari share in your pain. The pale tree. That's been a process.
Aye. Looking ahead has been our focus. Our scouting parties have returned to the far north to explore the villages and homesteads cut off from Hobret for decades.
That's where we're heading.
We've also got eyes on the sons of Svanir. Rather, what remains of them. Most fell with Jormag. Those that remain, broken, lost. If we can offer any rehabilitation, we will. But we won't welcome more violence to Hobret.
Esteemed leaders, I am thankful to have met a few of you before. Queen Jenna has made many of these introductions. For those of you I have not met, I am Empress Yin of Kantha. I was advised to send a liaison in my stead, but I wanted to show the face of the Empire. Kantha's integration into Tyrian politics has not been swift or easy. But it is considered our greatest priority in the wake of the Elder Dragon event. Our people are largely united in wanting, but like all nations, an underbelly of resistance remains. However, I want to pull us from the murk and into the light. Kantha's technologies are vast, some might say superior, and I firmly believe that we offer something unique. And clearly share similar passions with our neighbors. Together, imagine what we could accomplish. While we are focused on diplomacy, we've had a secondary goal of enlisting archivists from across continents. Our libraries and history texts are woefully dated.
My queen.
Thank you all for your remarks. We gather on mutual ground as allies. For some, friends. We suffered the Elder Dragons. We saw a new Elona and Kantha. We've endured much. But now, Tyria has the promise of tomorrow. The last decade was cruel, but standing united today shows promise that my father only dreamt of. However, it is not on kind terms that we gather. The Alliance was formed as a reaction to a new threat. Almost a year ago now, demons attacked our villages and farmlands. Your cities and homes.
48 dead in the mountains. An entire village burned to the ground.
One attacked the grove.
2, just outside the gates of Rata Novus. They stank.
No casualties should be accepted. These attacks were calculated, I've heard. Our perpetrator? The Cryptus.
Cryptus?
And what exactly are these Cryptus? Where did they come from?
The more pertinent question, how did the Queen discern this information? Tone.
I've dealt with an Emperor's horde of petty banter, so I pivot. Queen Jenna, care to elaborate?
This information is as novel to me as it is to the Alliance.
I've heard rumors of your trustworthiness, Your Majesty.
No hyperbole until the Queen has spoken.
I see the triviality of Tyrian politics has not ceased its endless parade. Shall we have a mature discussion?
Introducing representation from the Astral Ward. Iskarin.
Iskarin.
I apologize for my friend's theatrics.
And Frode, Warden of the Astral Ward.
What's going on, Jenna? Answers.
Queen. If you wish to leave with all your limbs intact.
Calm, all of you. And I thought the war bands needed babysitting. Frode, was it?
Indeed. Admittedly, I expected worse. Wayfinder, under duress as always.
Wayfinder. Ah. Should have known you had a leg in this race.
The whole
I'll
last
try
expansion.
talking to them.
So yeah, it's nice to hear all this. The lore is rich in this game. Extraordinary voice acting. And you get achievements as you keep progressing some of these smaller details. I really love it. I really love it. Let's see now.
Ready as they'll ever be. Get to the point.
They thrive on the brink of chaos.
They've all endured enough trauma for a lifetime. Patience.
If we're measuring trauma in lifetimes, they wouldn't compare.
Thank you for allowing us the time to speak to you all today. I apologize for the dramatic entrance. Again, I am Frode of the Astral Ward.
Frode. I've heard that name.
The Ward has been cloaked in shadow for centuries, protecting you from threats unknown and unlike the Elder Dragons.
The Cryptus.
The source of our demon infestation, I take it?
Beings of the Mists who are no longer a problem. Not right now. Our Wayfinder, your commander, can speak to that. I joined their fight. The Cryptus have been contained. I wouldn't be surprised if some still attempted to breach our realm, but they aren't organized.
He speaks truth, as the commander can attest. Hesitant trust is advised. Isgarin revealed himself to me not long before he revealed himself to all of you.
The Cryptus are harbingers of what may come next from the mists.
And you say they're no longer a threat, Wayfinder?
I've been to their realm myself. They've been stabilized.
When Su Won passed, Tyria's essence bled into the veil beyond, the mists. We are no longer shielded by her power. Every eye turned toward us in that moment, and likely more. We glow brighter than we did before. Tyria is a unique world, coveted by those beyond.
To summarize, our demons are Cryptus, and you two, the Astral Ward, are some sort of secret organization that fights them?
Not just Cryptus, but any intruder from another realm.
We've certainly faced other threats that were not born of Tyria. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner?
Or help us with the Elder Dragons.
I will answer all of your questions. But this is not the right venue.
I'm inclined to agree. Whatever this information is, I gather it's sensitive in nature.
I imagine the room needs a moment to reflect. Shall we pause and reconvene in smaller council?
After our councils have ended, I will speak with any of you. Whatever questions you may have, I will try to answer them.
Commander, with us. We'd like to continue the conversation.
So you've met before.
Anise introduced us. Their friendship was just as much a surprise to me.
We sought another ally ahead of the Forum. We've known it was time to reveal ourselves to the world. Figured this would be better than a more public spectacle.
That inclination isn't wrong. Why now, though?
The Cryptus may be controlled or contained, but my words should cause fear. Tyria is as blood in water.
And what exactly is attracted to that blood?
Any number of beasts and beings. I've no reason to think we're in imminent danger, but I suspect something draws closer.
And we all need to prepare. The Astral Ward is ready to help in any way we can.
So you've numbers then?
Some. Fewer after the Cryptus. We bled on the edge of that blade.
What do you propose we do?
Focus on your affairs. We'll get nowhere without some degree of control. Your nations are fragile still. Heal. Nourish.
We'll be establishing pacts with our neighbors. I suggest you do the same.
Wise.
On that subject, I'd like to offer some information on the Isle of Janthir.
Janthir. A storm looms over that place. Blood. That is not a territory I wish to cross.
I don't expect you to, but we may find more allies throughout those lands. The lowland Kodan.
My father spoke of them briefly. He left their territory untouched. Those are bonds I have not maintained.
I imagine there's more to this suggestion, Iskarin?
We should speak within thicker walls. Yes.
Wayfinder, I don't think anyone here would be better equipped to help form these bonds. You are not only a representative of the Astral Ward, but of Tyria. Look around this room. Take it in.
I could support that notion. Yes.
Utilize Moon Camp. It's only kicking up dust otherwise. We'll send word to your aid. All your aid. The Ward will establish a gateway between our outpost and the human city. With the Queen's blessing.
Blessing granted. I support this, and you, Commander. Now is the time to fortify. The Countess will meet you in Divinity's Reach.
Interesting.
My people have recently begun early exploration of Dislana. The dragon brand is weakening, all these years later. Dangerous place, rampant with harpies. I don't see them helping us. Perhaps the Hecate?
I've only been to the ruins of Foreigner, parts of Korna. I should visit more of Alona. When you call Dislana dangerous, what do you mean?
You've been to the best tourist attractions, at least. You should visit. Dislana is taxing. Harpies are dominant, which makes it hostile territory. But my people used to hide in the mountains. We have records and rumors of temples, settlements. I don't know if anything waits for us there, but it's worth looking.
Sounds like the Greater North. Homestead's long displaced by Jormek's storm. No telling if there are any survivors.
We defeat the Elder Dragons, and this is our reward. The scraps of what used to be.
Look at them over there. Can I assume they're scheming?
No, Counselor. Assumptions are very often incorrect. We'll have plenty of time to ask our questions. And I have some for you, as we were tasked. Before the Arcane Council, my research says that you were the Dean of Statics.
I am the Dean of Statics. If I dedicated all of my time to the Council, my brain would melt and drip onto the floor.
Talented and busy. You remind me of my sister. Say, you and I should plan a visit. We're supposed to be making friends after all. I would love to host you in our labs. I'm very curious to see how they stand up to such a precise eye.
If they stand. I would love to give you my assessment, Empress. And I'm also happy to waive my consultation fees in good faith.
Good faith indeed. I see you two are getting along.
I've witnessed cleaner executions.
Krisha, I think I'm going with the commander to Janthir. I feel a professional pull. Have little intel on that location, or these Kodan, and it feels vital. Or intriguing, at least.
An Imperator leaving her post to get her claws dirty. Care to steal my mate, too? Go. Be our eyes. I can cover for us.
I'll see you there, Commander.
What's next?
Nice. First mastery point. Ah, there we are. Warclaw, Lowland, and Homesteading. Great, great. Don't need to have crafting to make stuff in the Homesteading. You can just increase your level here and make cool stuff for your Homestead. Even if you don't have the Warclaw mount, they will give you one, and then you can start your leveling up of the Warclaw mount, just like how we did with the dragon in the last expansion, the Skyscale, I mean. And the Lowland Kodan is just a tribe-related extension. So let's see how that works out as we go forward. Thank you. Oh no. I hope it applies. Anyway. I shall sell those, not a worry. Nah, I'm still giving the same old stuff. Might as well I sell it and go forward from there. Alright then. Where were we? Where were we? Where are we? Out we go. So that was a very intriguing recap style introduction. A bridge moment from one to the next. Where are we supposed to be going?
Greetings.
I think someone spoke to me. No, let's go. Travel to the Royal Palace in Divinity's Reach. I could have just teleported. It's been a while. Busy playing Final Fantasy XIV's Dawn Trail. And I kind of forgot some of the stuff in this game.
Prompt, as expected. Welcome, Commander. The gateway is active. I've word that Malice will meet you there. Got a glimpse of the place myself. Frode gave the Queen a proper tour. He'll be expecting you too. Though, between friends, their definition of camp is sweet. I'm sure you'll be very comfortable.
Great.
You are quite adapted to them, aren't you? How are you feeling about the mission, then?
Hard to say without full tactical insight. Glad Malice is joining me. Crossing into uncharted lands and securing contact with Kodan wasn't my first guess.
Diplomacy is a fine craft, Commander. And making allies requires an artisan. Oh, before you depart, do we prefer Wayfinder or Commander now?
For you? I don't know if you calling me anything but Commander would sound natural.
Old habits die hard, I suppose. Good luck.
Into the unknown! Janthir Wilds, baby.
Wayfinder, the guest of honor. Welcome to Mooncandle. Vanak, if you don't remember. Fought with you against the Cryptus and Omnitas.
Yeah.
You call this a camp? More like a resort.
The Astral Ward? Subtle. Not a chance. Good to see you closer to ground, though. I volunteered to help with the integration. Long overdue that we got involved in Tyrian affairs. More publicly, that is. Got a few things to atone for.
Oh, Commander, Vanak was just giving us the lay of the land. Dangerous place, Janthir. Eager to scope it out.
I am as well. There's something about the atmosphere here that wilts my senses.
Surprised to see you here.
On Dagonet's order, he didn't go into much detail about the Pale Tree's status. And perhaps it's not my place to say, but her recovery has been slower than we expected. Some days she seems weaker than the day before. We search for a remedy. The Astral Ward knows magic, and ancient magic at that. I'm hoping we can form a connection here.
I do too, for what it's worth. And all help is good in these parts. Janthir is a nasty place to get lost. But before you touch ground, Frode wanted to speak with you, Wayfinder. Seemed urgent enough to prioritize.
Right. I'll track him down.
Well, where is he? Oh, bloody hell, Fraud. Thought you were down there.
Always on your feet, like a true soldier. I used to be in charge of Moon Camp before Levente named me Warden.
There's obviously more going on if it pulled the Warden from his outpost in the sky.
You know us well. It's true. The lowland Kodan will be fine allies of Queen Jenna and the Tyrian Alliance. That is no lie. They know these lands better than most. Janthir and the northern stretches are formidable. How much did you learn of Waiting Sorrow during your time in Omnitas?
Waiting Sorrow your missing wizard? Not a lot. Besides the fact that she created the Heart of the Obscure.
Indeed. I've never met her, of course, as she's been missing since before Ascalon burned to the ground. This must stay between us, for now. But we suspect that she's hiding among the Kodan.
You want me to find her?
It isn't a burden on your shoulders alone. The Ward is here to support in whatever way we can. But, yes, we need you to.
Is she dangerous?
She's very capable. For your own safety, expect resistance. I wish I knew more. Between us, Wayfinder, all conversation about her turns Isgaran more conspiratorial than usual.
Then I'll keep my guard up.
Good. For what it's worth, Dagda doesn't agree with him. She was also Waiting Sorrow's closest friend, so there's bias. But that's all I've got, so I'll leave you to it. Get to know the region. We'll set out in search of the Kodan soon as well. They've been known to homestead along the delta and the coastline. They'll build for 100 or so years, then move. Unsure of their exact position, but I imagine we're close. We portaled Moon Camp here to avoid scaring the locals.
Probably more subtle than flying it over the bay. Good call.
Stalwart Hart holds some research noting they're not especially keen on magic. A floating building may cause alarm. But, good luck. I'll be here to guide you as I can. Ward's busy with the reacclimation. It's going to be a long process.
How are things with the Ward?
Fine. Tense. Isgaran wanted to lock our doors and go back into hiding, but that's just not an option for us. We have 100 fractal inhabitants taking up residence in Omnitas, and I doubt they want to stay. They're sitting in a limbo of our making. And that's just one problem.
Are you going to get the Alliance involved? Probably a smart move.
I think we have to. Lear agrees. He strongly agrees. Isgaran's worried that the world will think us monsters, which is a fair fear, but our actions aren't above critique. I'm airing my angst. Suffered a few long nights, but we're moving in the right direction. Don't let me distract you.
Any brilliant insights from Frode, Commander?
He and I caught up and talked about the Kodan. We're not exactly sure where they're settled today, but they're likely close. Astral Ward research also says they're a little distrustful of magic. We'll want to keep that in mind.
Sounds like we've plenty to strive for, then. We should get moving. I don't know this region.
I'd recommend taking it slow. When we call Janthir treacherous, we mean it.
Explore it? Doing what? Oh, okay. I was wondering about that. It's all indoors. It's all indoors.
How big is Janthir?
Huge. Practically in Kryta still. But the deltas are considered a part of the Isles due to their climate and flora. It stretches far to the north, running parallel to the northern Shiver Peaks, as far as modern maps are concerned. The Isles and Bay make up most of the occupied territory, with some coastal regions lining the mainland. There is even a small human outpost on the Isles, but it's long abandoned now. Don't know a lot about it.
Not a good place to be, then.
That's a Cryptus axe. I'd recognize it anywhere.
Yep. Moon Camp operated in the area during the attacks. Eparch's grunts were poking at something here. Never figured out what.
Given Janthir's history, I imagine there are any number of things a demon could be drawn to. Not especially inspiring, though.
What can you tell us about the history of this place?
Former home of the Mersat, and later the White Mantle. From my research, there's been very little activity in recent years.
Correct. Aside from the Kodan, only a few other groups have called it home. Some centaur tribes, trolls, creatures that keep to themselves. And the Isles are another story. I recommend you read up on it. A lot of blood has been spilled here. A lot of things come to Janthir to hide from the rest of Tyria. That's why the Mersat built Bava-Nisos here. Though, that place is all ruins and storms now. Hard to get close.
Bava-Nisos? What's that?
Former Mersat city. Fixed in the middle of the Isles. Been abandoned for a long time. Don't think I'd want to go anyway. Baban told me about it. Didn't sound all that hospitable. He went back from time to time. Memories, I imagine. Or guilt. That's a Valraven talent. Nasty beast. The Ward has little documentation, aside from a few first-hand accounts. A few travelers come through Janthir stay away from them at all costs.
It's so quiet.
Reminds me of Drizzlewood. Abundant vegetation. I wonder how much of this is edible.
I'll let someone else sample the local cuisine. Now where to first?
Sounds like something to be determined by a wayfinder.
Interesting already, Janthir. Beautiful. The place itself. Oh, it's all the way up here. I think I'll activate that.
Goodness, look at you. This is a very old tree. Imagine the stories it could tell us.
Like a
Standing
sequoia.
tall and strong, protecting the smaller growth.
Eyes up, Kaith.
I didn't want to kill the wolves. Anyway.
It may be dangerous, but this place... it's stunning.
Beautiful and deadly. I wonder where the current takes us. Watch out for the cliff. Wouldn't make for a nice fall.
Never mind the cliff. Watch out!
Ashes to death.
Those things.
Must be Valraven. Talons look just like the one Vinok showed us.
Janthiri flora is fascinating. And probably very toxic.
Telling me now after I stuffed my whole face in it? There.
We should follow that stream. See where it leads.
Ward, I need assistance now! Alchemy! It won't calm!
Treacherous, eh?
Better check it out. Together, everyone!
What has them so riled up?
Kill them all!
I dare you to kill me!
Attacking on sites so close to a populated camp is concerning behavior.
Bloody poison!
But it has something to do with that distress call.
Reasonable take.
That poison almost killed me!
Claw marks.
And from quite a large beast, I imagine.
Footprints. And more claw marks. Chase them away from camp.
Oh damn, I can't get it until I complete my story area. Alright, I forgot about that. Mastery point. I'll come to you later.
Blood. We better hurry.
Help us!
Come on.
Wayfinder!
It's a Warclaw!
Kill them all!
It's beautiful!
here. Use this salve.
Who are you?
Curious garbs you wear. Perhaps something sturdier would do you better in these parts. Which of you is the leader?
Commander.
I just got my first Warclaw so soon in the game. It's so cute. You're a kitty. Anyway.
Well met, warrior of the Citadel. I'd like to get to know you. I'm sure the Claw would too. The sun is fading. Wherever you traveled from, our village is likely closer. Follow. We've got a fire for you to sit by.
Thank you.
We'll follow. But who are you?
Barbed Veil. Come. You can help us lead the journeykin to safety. But we must move quickly, unless you want to lose yourself in the woods. Our nights have been far darker. The Valraven watch.
Journeykin? You mean that wild animal?
Fascinating beasts they are. Came to us from far away. They need protectors.
It's enraged again?
Stay calm. Help it release that energy, just like last time.
Bloody hell. That was nice. Not bored at all.
Again, keep your voices stable. Help it relax.
This fighting prowess is going to be useful as the game proceeds because this Warclaw lives up to its name and helps you get to places and fight certain enemies. So it's an absolutely important addition.
Starting to think that it's enjoying this.
You and me both.
Let it release that energy.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Ooh, the Kodan spear must be the inspiration for the new...
Welcome.
Wow! Like that house they were going to give us in this expansion. I think it's going to be here. Oh my god! The house is going to be here, I think. I don't know. As usual, the dramatic entrance. I love it! Willkommen! Wow, it's idyllic. It's so beautifully idyllic.
And so close to camp. I was expecting a little more of a hike.
It's been a long while since we've let the outside in. Travelers avoid these lands, and for good reason. Not intentional isolation, that is. It isn't my story to tell, however, and we're nearing the pen.
Wow. Wait for me!
Here, Commander. Use this to calm the beast.
What is it?
Food. Animals, especially feral ones, only know a life of hunting, fighting for their food.
Nice.
A kind interaction, and a gift is sometimes all it needs to learn trust.
Return is more than another journey, King Spearmaster.
More creatures lost in the wild.
The claw of the Kodan that I've never heard of, huh?
Call me Stoic Holder.
We found them in the forest, defending themselves against this one.
I'm glad you intervened before any lives were lost. Come, we should speak.
I think I'll get one of the nice mounts that they've got here. Mount skins, I mean. For the Warclaw. But I'll anyway be getting another Warclaw skin or something as the weeklies drop. So I don't want to get one just yet, which is the whole reason why I got the Sky Scales skin. Anyway, what I really love is all this. You can jump in midair while riding, striking the enemies while riding, dealing extra damage while riding. It's basically riding into battle with your mount, which is something that wasn't there with the Sky Scale, where you can just blast fire and then it goes away. You can't keep it with you while you're fighting. So far, the early Warclaw and the early potential of getting a home here, they're really getting you started on the expansion so you can start working toward expanding the stuff that you got. Nice!
As a delegate of the Tyrian Alliance, it's good to meet you, Stoic Alder.
Interesting. I never thought Tyria capable. Clearly, we've plenty to discuss. Come. The village welcomes you.
I'll tend to our friend.
It's nice also that they did not let this area be open yet to every single player, because then that would have ruined the experience of what's happening right now. as an individual player. The feel of it, you know, it's like you feel you're so special here, being in a very important place, but usually in other MMOs you have this 100 to 500 people just crowding around an area like you saw before I came here, and that's a good thing they didn't let us do that in the opening here. It would have ruined the experience. Nice. So far, value for money, ArenaNet.
Thankfully,
Guild Wars 2. Love you.
into the kindest alcove in Janthir.
Give me a second, Matt. So you see, you got to work toward getting the Warclaw mount in the other expansions, but here you can just, I mean, you just have it. So they've already given you a set look for your Warclaw, and they've got so many of these other looks. And I've always been wanting to get this one because I love tigers. There was a white tiger mount too somewhere. I think that was for the jackal. Anyway. So this seems like a very nice look, but it'll be like I'm riding my own house cat. So I think this will do for now. Yeah. Let's hope the new skins are good once the weeklies drop. It's really beautiful though. I wish this was the size of our homestead, with potential to build levels like this.
Seems we have visitors.
Ooh.
Rather unexpected in our keep. Welcome the Tyrian Alliance.
Tyria has allied? Amusing joke you play, leader.
Your skepticism is understandable. But given the severity of recent threats, Tyria needed to act fast. And unitarily.
Threats? Surely the strangers do not walk among all lands.
If you mean the creatures attacking from mist portals, I'm afraid so. We call them cryptis.
Ah, mist portals. It's of the flesh stalkers that this alliance speaks. Yes. As foes, they proved fatal ones. Lives lost on your front as well, Jan.
I'm afraid so. And allying proved the viable solution, finally.
Fear can be a supreme unifier, or divider, depending on how it is channeled. So, this is why you come to my hearth, with eyes carrying intention. A bid to join your alliance.
Who knows what other threats the mists might bring? Should that happen, we'll have strength in numbers.
I respect your good intentions, but need time to ponder its implications for our own. For now, that is my decision. At this time, I extend our visitors the opportunity to speak with our council members.
Grazed by fire, Journeykin Master. Apologies. My thoughts are occupied by council matters at the moment. If you find yourself with time to pass, my apprentice Burning River is out tending the village Journeykin. Tell him to give you some lessons at my request. They're fine creatures. I suspect you'll make fast friends.
The role of Claw was taken, so I settled for a title more modest.
My son has some years before he claims such expertise, though his mind is sharp. Observing our council provides him practical education, instills discipline.
Poised Arrow, son of Stoic Altar and Silken Weir. You? A wayfinder losing their way in our woods. And now Commander. That has a strong sound to it. But if you insist, lost your wayfinder.
Seems our visitor also claims two names. We of the lowland drop formality with those we most respect. Right, Pokey?
Yes, Pa.
It's very nice. It's very Native American in a way too, if you think about it. The names and the way they're connected to the land.
Fading Aurora, Village Healing Master.
Aurora and Barbed Veil, who you first ran into, are two of our newest to don the Master title. Though, judging by their expertise, one would suspect them seasoned veterans of their respective crafts. Additionally, Aurora has fast proved an upstanding mentor for my son.
Currently working on the fundamentals of herbalism.
Save some praise for yourself, Alder. The previous Claw would be proud to see how well you're faring in the position.
The Claw Aurora speaks of was my mother. Feels both long ago and as recent as yesterday that she stood where I do now.
Though a few claw lengths shorter. By my coming of age, she barely made it to my shoulders. But her presence was grand enough to fill the room.
A true leader of Kodan. Many have noted the resemblance. See a bit of her in you both. Wayfinder, you find yourself in good company. Hope you can make yourself at home here.
I love it. Beautifully written. Nice establishing characterizations. Nice.
Why, hello there. Rai Lycan, humble lore master of the lowland. Long before our tribe came to inhabit Janthir, we hailed from a sanctuary far in the north. In those times, we were led by two honored Kodan, a claw chosen by the people, Alder's role, same as his mother before him. Also, a voice. She was chosen by Koda himself to share in his mind, ultimately proving her worth by the trial of faith. A trial that would prove both to her detriment and the tribe's. Mid-trial, nearly crushed by the weight of madness, she fled. Some call it cowardice. I believe it was the will to survive that seized her from the brink of oblivion. The same will our claw channeled in the trial's aftermath. Rather than risk ruin, he led the tribe south, to Janthir. Given time, some Kodan found themselves called back by the will of Koda, a call they followed to Or. The rest, our forebearers, remained. And it is here, free from gods, tried only by nature, that we find our sanctuary. Well, at least, that's the speech I've prepared for the Cubs' annual history visit. I fear it sounds a bit rehearsed.
Leader, best we return to the planned agenda, pressing as it is.
Your concerns are sensible, graced by fire. Poised arrow, I'm afraid our discussion shall prove as stuffy to our guests as the air in this hall. Show them around.
But we've only just... A fine idea. Best they enjoy the weather while it holds. Meet me outside when you're set.
Alliance, I deem you welcome visitors, for the time being. Feel free to acquaint yourselves with our town. Fortunate for you, the embers of our summer season burn brightest. May your time here pass well.
Alrighty then. See, I should have unlocked it for us. I lost that first one. Anyway, not a problem. Let's keep forging on. Forging on. So that is the quest. So far, we'll be having a lot more later, so I don't want to take you through every single one. I will be back once they give us the homestead. I've done a bit of exploring and all that, so once they give us the homestead, I might create a separate link and we can get started on that one. Oh, wow. Oh. Look at that. I can actually see it on the map. Spear throw. Oh, it's got 3 endurance points there. Very nice, mate. Very nice. I can always shift to my size scale to access some of these. I already have the thing unlocked. There we have it, folks. An initial jaunt into this magnificent place. Before anything else, I would like to just go here for a screenshot. Absolutely beautiful, wonderful, magnificent. I love it. The introduction itself has me very excited. I think I'm going to be here all night. So, until the next video, welcome to Janthir Wilds. Worth it, worth the hype, lives up to the hype, worth the money. Buy it, get started, join us all here. We are millions strong. Arrivederci!